Hi, this is Kevin Thomas and welcome back to the At Home Film Festival. I'm going to take a look at 7 or so movies that I wonder if they would be able to be made today. Some of them involve racism, some of them involve hate, but there are so many choices in movies and the cancel culture has made this a thing. I was inspired by this movie Licorice Pizza, my least favorite Best Picture Oscar nominee last year. And yes, there is a scene in Licorice Pizza that has a big racial stereotype. But that's not why I hate this movie. I hate this movie because I don't like these characters, I don't like the plot, but that's another story. But it did make me think about movies. I wonder, in today's world and people being more conscious and sensitive to others, would these 7 or so movies have been made today? Let's see what we're talking about, okay? Let's go now. Oh, when you see Breakfast at Tiffany's, you think what a beautiful movie this is. By the way, you could watch it on Paramount Plus for free. With beautiful, beautiful Audrey Hepburn. But if you look deep in this film, she's a whore. And her friend there, George Papard's a male prostitute. But that is not the reason that I don't think Breakfast at Tiffany's could be made today. Or at least using the casting that they did. The guy who plays her landlord, Asian, is played by Mickey Rooney. Yes, first you can't get a more non-Asian name than Mickey Rooney. And Mickey Rooney brings out every stereotype imaginable about Asian people that today's world would not allow this to be made. Before you agree with me, let's take a look at Mickey Rooney and Breakfast at Tiffany's, shall we? Okay. Really? Oh, please.
Someday, Mr. Go right to it. I protest.
Oh, darling, I am sorry, but I lost my key.
But that was 2 weeks ago. You cannot go on or keep ringing my bell.
Please.
You disturb me. You must have a key made.
But it won't do any good. I just lose them all.
Come on, baby. You might.
So, this could not be made today like this, of course. They could remake this movie. I hope they don't, because it's a classic. But why did we have to have Mickey Rooney? I don't even know if we need that character. Whether he's Asian, white, or whatever, this really is a slap in the face, and today's world would not allow this. What do you think? Comment below. I'm always asking for them, never get them. Please comment. Then we have American Beauty. Now, this is an Oscar-winning film. We have a couple Oscar winners on here. About a man who lusts for his daughter's best friend. Should this be canceled? You know what? I'm going to say no. You know why? I don't think a father should lust for his daughter's friends, but this is how the world is. Movies should tell true stories and true depictions besides fantasies. We should hear the realness and the fakeness of Hollywood and movies. They should represent all sorts of people. There doesn't always have to be a happy ending and gee, I wish I was the sweetest family in the world movies and my name is Shirley Temple. We need to see all forms of people in movies. So yes, he is a perv, and yes, he should be canceled, but the movie is still good, and I don't want to take away from any of the other actors. In fact, there's a whole bunch of movies with a similar older person, younger person theme. Call Me By Your Name did a similar thing with Armie Hammer as a teacher having a sexual romantic relationship with his student who's a minor, Timothy Chalamet. Sure, it's in Europe and European people are a little cooler, but it's still inappropriate. But should it be canceled? No, because it's just part of a movie. Movies that represent all sorts of people, whether they're pervs or not, we need to see them on screen because we see them in life. Oddly, if we go back even further to 1977's Manhattan, we had Woody Allen in a relationship with 17-year-old Mariel Hemingway. I love this movie. At the time I wasn't bothered, but now I am. And actually, part of the reason I'm bothered, I don't know if you think about it, these last 3 movies that I showed, the men have all been canceled. Woody Allen's canceled. Armie Hammer canceled. Kevin Spacey canceled. So yes, cancel the actors. Don't allow them to get other jobs. I think Kevin Spacey was recast right after he was canceled in some movies. But let's not hurt the other people in the movies. If you think about it, all these other actors and directors and writers and craftspeople all put this movie together. So what Woody Allen did shouldn't affect the people that were in his movies. Of course, they're his movies, so maybe we don't need to support Woody Allen movies because we're supporting him. But still, the other people's films, one great example I have is Armie Hammer was the lead in the recent remake of Death on the Nile. Why would they have canceled that movie because of him? They just made him not in the previews. They couldn't cut him out of the film, but other people did a great job. So let's cancel the people, don't you think? Do you agree with me? Let me know. From the late 1940s, we have Pinkie. I actually still watch this movie, but in the closet now because I shouldn't. Because Pinkie is a black woman who passes for white. Her mother is black. Her mother, actually, Ethel Waters, was Oscar nominated. Oh, really great performance. But Pinkie is a white actress. So why didn't they hire a woman of color to play this part? Jeannie Crane is a very pleasant actress, but she is not black. We would never make this today. Do you agree? And it wasn't like they lacked black actresses in those days. In fact, there was a movie, Imitation of Life, that had a 1934 version and then a later one in the 50s that both had mothers where their daughters passed for white because they were light-skinned, and those actresses were black women who were light-skinned. So Pinkie should have followed the same formula, but it didn't. Jeannie Crane is as white as I am. Okay, let's just say it right here. Soul Man, which costs a few dollars to rent. There is no way in hell this movie would be made today. It's about a privileged white man whose father kind of disowns him. He goes off to college, and the only way to get scholarships is to get scholarships meant for black people. So guess what? Blackface! Would we do that today? I don't think so. What do you think? Oh, no. And I did say movies should represent all kinds of people, but I do not picture anyone putting on a black face going to college trying to pass for black. I really don't. Oh, he should have just ended it there like he's doing it instead of, because he's canceled. See Thomas Howell's character? Totally canceled. And now, oh, there he is black now. Oh, that is ridiculous. Oh my, no. Now let's talk about the gays. The movie Partners from the early 80s has every gay stereotype known to man. Unfortunately, I could watch this movie while at the same time wanting to slap myself in the face for watching it because it insults gay people. Maybe it's because I think Ryan O'Neal's cute, I don't know. And that's really bad of me to watch a movie because someone's attractive. But there are so many gay movies, and if you read the book The Celluloid Closet, for years, gay characters were either the psycho killer, or killed by a psycho, or killed themselves. So here we have Partners with Ryan O'Neal and the really talented John Hurd. They play detectives that are looking for a gay serial killer. John is gay, so no one takes him seriously in the police department. I cannot tell you how many times he should have gone to HR. He is so, like, he solves the crime, but no one believes that fairy, that faggot, that limp wrist. No, he's just the man who wears pink. They had to parade Ryan O'Neal out to try to bait and attract the killer. This movie has so much going wrong with it. There are so many movies where gays are stereotyped. And I'm sorry I'm more passionate about this one, but in case you didn't know, I'm a gay. And I do think this movie would not be made today. Don't you agree? Let me know down below. No. The Good Earth. Don't you love these old movies where all the previews have all this long copy to read? Today's thing is action, action, action. Anyway, The Good Earth from 1937 won the Oscar for Best Actress. Claimed movie, well-reviewed, well-received. Well, the actress is Louise Rayner. She is not Asian. What is she doing taking the part of an Asian character? It's really, had so many, was she going to be Mickey Rooney's mother? Oh. And during the time period, there was a very famous Asian actress named Anna May Wong. She could have been in this movie. Why wasn't she? I don't know. Would we make this movie today? Let me know what you think. I think not. I think if we made this movie today, it would have an Asian playing the Asian part and not Luis Rayner, who is the farthest thing from Asian as I am. And Paul Muni, he's not Asian. No, it's makeup. No. A similar thing with another Best Actress Oscar winner, Hilary Swank in Boys Don't Cry. She plays a transgender man. Same thing as The Good Earth. I mean, there's transgender actors now that could play this part. Elliot Page could play this part. She was great, yes, and maybe at the time they didn't have someone for the role. But since she's playing transgender and not some woman who's thinking of changing, that still could have been played by an actress. I just think if it's going to be a transgender person, there's enough to choose from nowadays. So if we made this today, I really think we would have a transgender actor. Should this movie be canceled? Maybe not. But watch it with a grain of salt. Well, that's our show of the week. Please comment below. This is really the week to comment. I also hope you share and subscribe. As we leave, I thought we'd take a look at a few of the biggest racist characters of all time that are the characters, not the people. So anyway, this is Kevin. I hope to see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.